combine two ingredients, sunshine and rain. But the science behind the way in which they combine to create the arc of colour we see in the misty sky is as beautiful as the sight itself. Rainbows are made of broken sunlight that reaches our eyes after the sun's rays strike 1 billion raindrops. As the sun's rays enter each water droplet, all the different colours of light that make up sunlight slow down slightly to travel at different speeds, bending and separating out from each other in a process called refraction. They then bounce off the backs of the droplets, returning to pass through their fronts at different points, refracting a second time as they do so, and fanning out into the colours of the rainbow. Sunlight, or white light, is made of different colours, each of which has a different wavelength. When it encounters a medium like air or water, it slows down. But each of its constituent colours slows down by a different amount, depending on its wavelength, which causes each colour to have a different angle of refraction. If we measure the angles between the sunbeam and the different coloured rays that emerge from the veil of raindrops in front of us, we find that they range from 40 degrees for violet light, which undergoes the most refraction and so forms the innermost colour of the rainbow, to 42 degrees for red light, which undergoes the least refraction and forms the outer rim of the rainbow. The type of rainbow I've described is called a primary rainbow. We can sometimes also observe outer, fainter, secondary rainbows, which are produced when the sun's rays undergo 2 rather than 1 internal reflections within each raindrop. In these cases, we see only the rays of colour that emerge at angles between 50 and 53 degrees. But in secondary rainbows, due to this double reflection, the colours are reversed, with red on the inside and violet on the outside. Even more wondrously, this arc of splintered sunlight is really just the top part of a circle, the curved surface of an imaginary cone lying on its side whose tip is located in our eyes. And because we're standing on the ground, we only see the top half of the cone. But if we were able to float up into the sky, we'd see the entire rainbow as a complete circle. You can't touch a rainbow. It has no substance. It doesn't exist in any particular part of the sky. A rainbow is an intangible interaction between the natural world and our eyes and brains. In fact, no two people see the same rainbow. The one we see is made from those rays of light that have entered our eyes alone. So each of us experiences his or her own unique rainbow, created by nature for us and us alone. This, for me, is what a scientific understanding can give us: a richer, more profound, and more personal appreciation of the world, one we would never have had without science. Rainbows are so much more than just a pretty arc of colour, just as science is so much more than hard facts and lessons in critical thinking. Science helps us see the world more deeply, enriches us and enlightens us. My hope is that this book will welcome you to a world of light and colour, truth and profound beauty, a world that will never fade as long as we all keep our eyes and minds open and share what we know with each other. The closer we look, the more we can see and the more we can wonder. I hope you'll join me in acknowledging the wonder, the joy of science. Introduction. As I write these words in the spring of 2021, and while we all continue to reel from the impact of the COVID pandemic, we're witnessing a seismic shift in the way people around the world view science, its role and value to society, how scientific research is carried out and its claims tested, and indeed how scientists conduct themselves and communicate their discoveries and results. In short, and albeit in the most devastating and tragic of circumstances, science and scientists are today under scrutiny.